Well, meantime, there are new concerns over COVID vaccines and a possible impact on reproductive health. A global study confirms a link between the vaccines and a temporary increase in menstrual cycle length, but researchers still aren't sure why. The National Institutes of Health found the average increase was less than a day. Nearly 20,000 women participated in this global study, including from the U.S. And it comes as new undercover video is making the rounds on social media from conservative watchdog group Project Veritas, claiming to show an alleged Pfizer executive admitting the company's COVID vaccine could have an effect on women's reproductive health. Correspondent Kelly Beeson is following the story. So, Kelly, what are we learning?
Well, Nichole, Project Veritas says the man talking in that video you referred to is Pfizer's director of research and development. And what he's saying is concerning, listing the reasons the vaccine could cause issues with women's menstrual cycles and even insinuating Pfizer doesn't know the long-term effects of the vaccine.
So there hasn't been any problems so far. But we'll see. In the next couple of years, if anything goes up, I'm hoping it won't, obviously.
Hope nobody's growing 3 legs or something like that, right?
That is alleged Pfizer executive Jordan Trishton Walker, apparently socializing and getting candid about the company's COVID vaccine. Seemingly unaware he's being recorded. The video is heavily edited. NewsNation hasn't viewed the raw tape, nor have we independently confirmed he's a Pfizer executive, though Pfizer has not denied his position with the company or his credentials.
It's something irregular about their menstrual cycle, so people will have to investigate that down the line.
Yeah.
Because that is a little concerning. The hormones regulate their menstrual cycles and things like that. And the vaccine shouldn't be interfering with that, so we don't really know.
It shouldn't?
It shouldn't, no.
But is it?
There's something happening, but we don't know it for now.
Recently, a NIH-funded study found a link between the COVID vaccination and longer menstrual cycles, an average increase of less than 1 day. For most study participants, the increase resolved itself following completion of the vaccination.
We know the immune system being activated can affect your bleeding pattern because of the way that your body works. And it's likely that this is related to the boosting of the immune system or the activation of the immune system more so than it is the actual vaccine or ingredients itself.
On Thursday night, Pfizer's CEO held a fireside chat in Chicago and invited media. NewsNation attended. However, reporters were not allowed to ask their own questions and no filming was allowed. The most recent video drop from Project Veritas coming only days after the release of another clip where Walker refers to Pfizer's research as directed evolution, calling COVID vaccines a cash cow. Pfizer responding on its website, vehemently denying those claims, but acknowledged that in a limited number of cases, its scientists altered the virus in order to test new mutations against its antiviral drug, Paxlovid.
As any large, reputable vaccine developer and manufacturer would be precisely within the guidelines of what they're allowed to do. The people that don't believe in vaccines, the vaccine deniers, are desperate to try to pull a stunt like this. And I've thought about it a lot, and that's exactly what I still think today.
Now, it should be noted that even if the Project Veritas video is edited fairly, it doesn't necessarily offer any proof of illegal behavior by Pfizer. Politicians may have made a lot of promises about the vaccines, but Pfizer did warn everyone there were likely side effects for just about anyone getting injected. Now, the issue now, though, is, Nichole, transparency.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.